Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Arc 3.0 and the update for PvP on my Warlock. When we take a look at the subclass, I will be running Storm Trance. They combine both Storm Trance trees into one, so what I mean by that is you get Ionic Blink, and you also get Landfall now. Later on in the Aspect builds, I will show you how that kind of synergizes really well all together with the new Storm Trance and how it works. And for the melee, I will be rocking the Ball Lightning. I will most of the time be using the new Aspect, but the Ball Lightning melee, which is from Chaos Reach, I like the ranged ability of it. It counters Titan shields really, really well. You just chuck it above their shield, and the fact that it's just a ranged melee, you can kind of throw off an angle. And then for the nade, I will be using the Storm Grenade. Storm Grenade is probably one of the top nades for Arc. It has a very low cooldown compared to other nades on the choices. So always a great nade, and along with the aspect, or I'm sorry, the fragment for jolting, you basically have arc web still on your warlock, so this nade's always a top option. For the aspects, I will be using lightning surge, so kind of going along with what I said earlier about the melee. This is probably one of the top new abilities when it comes to Stormcaller for Arc 3.0. While sliding, activate your charge melee ability to blink forward, calling down lightning strikes that jolt targets as you rematerialize. So this is basically a Bacchus dodge if you ever played Revenant with Mask of Bacchus. Except you go into the ground, and then when you come out, there's actually an attack that chains melee or chains lightning to nearby targets, which jolt the targets. So again, the whole chaining aspect of it. This melee is really strong for PvP, and I definitely recommend this 100% running this aspect when you are running PvP for your Warlock on Arc. With the second aspect, this is kind of interchangeable. I'll show you the one that I'm running. Electrostatic Mind, defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an Ionic Trace. An Ionic Trace is basically from Chaos Reach, the orb that comes to you and recharges your abilities. When you defeat jolted or blinded targets, it creates one that kind of goes in tandem with the other aspect, where if it jolts targets with the sliding melee. So again, the synergy between both of these aspects is pretty nice. The other aspect you have the choice of running is Arc Soul. These are really, really strong in PvE. In PvP, it depends on the type of player that you are, but I would prefer to probably run Electrostatic Mind. However, Arc Souls are really strong for game modes maybe like Trials, where the games kind of play out a little bit slower. What's really cool about the new Arc Soul is that when you're amplified, the Arc Souls are actually the getaway artist Arc Souls. It's like the super overcharged ones. And to get amplified, you get kills with Arc weapons or Arc abilities. So if you use an Arc primary like Darkest Before or the Cantata hand cannon, you'll be able to get amplified much more frequently, which will, when you put down your Rift, the Arc Souls will do a ton of damage. But for the way that I play, I think I'm going to stick with this aspect for now, but I might change that in the future. For aspects, I'll be running Spark of Shock, Spark of Focus, Spark of Magnitude, and Spark of Recharge. These are the same ones that I ran on my previous video for the Titan. So Spark of Shock, your Arc Grenades jolt targets, definitely a must run. This is basically Arc Web. Spark of Focus, after sprinting for a short time, your class ability regeneration is increased. This is also a must run in my opinion. This is the ability from Bottom Tree Arc Strider. When you would sprint, you would get your dodge back quicker, but now it's for all three classes. These two are definitely a must run. Your lingering Arc Grenades, Lightning Grenade, Pulse Grenade, and Storm Grenade have extended duration. I will be running Storm Grenade, so this is kind of a no-brainer for me to build around my nade a little bit more and for it to do more damage. And then Spark of Recharge. I'm a very aggressive player, so when I'm critically wounded, my melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. That goes in tandem with the Ionic Trace coming back to me, so I get ability regen off of that, as well as this fragment, so just increased regeneration across the board. In terms of the weapons that I will be running a Fatebringer with explosive payload and Eye of the Storm. Since you can get amplified off of running an arc weapon, I will be running First In Last Out, which is a slug shoddy. This is the roll that I have on it in case you are curious. I think arc shotguns like Found Verdict, First In Last Out, Sudden Death, anything with elemental capacitor are going to be in the meta very frequently this season because of the handling bonus you get on them. Since I'm running Ophidians, I'm not really too worried about that at the moment. When you combo that with Quick Charge, the handling is boosted like crazy anyways. And then I'll be running Wardcliff as well. Again, if I get a double kill with Wardcliff or a shotgun, I will get amplified, which then synergizes with all of my abilities. Here's my perks and mods for those of you that are curious. And let's just get into the gameplay and see how the new Arc 3.0 Warlock feels. Alright, we got Exodus Blue. My main goal of this video is going to be to try and throw people off with the melee as much as I can, because I just think it's fun to run. So now we got amplified off that kill. We have a speed boost and a handling bonus. Let's see if we can get this kill on this guy over here. I don't see him, so we're going to go after this guy. Got that kill. Looks like there's another one there. Oh, that's a smoke grenade. Okay, kind of ability spam there. That is unfortunate. This poor guy spawned over here again. Alright. Well, that's a good start to the game. I'm one shot. Hopefully this guy... Oh my god, I don't know how I lived there, but we did. My rift is up and my melee is almost up. See if I can sneak this heavy real quick. We have a guy spawning behind me. Let's see if I can ward cliff him. That did not work. I was too far away. Alright, let's see if I can proc my slide. Bonk. There we go. Good synergy there. Now I'm amplified again. Speed bonus. I really like the melee. The melee is definitely the biggest part of this kit. I definitely recommending the melee aspect. And this movement speed that you get with amplified is just massive. There we go. Got the opening shot procced for that slug kill. See if we can get this guy. Bonk. Here we go. It does suck that a lot of the fragments do decrease your stats by a lot, but having that synergy between your amplified and jolting and granting you ability energy with ionic traces is definitely helpful. Thank god I got that kill. I thought he was going to live that melee. But this game's going well so far. Oh, he's behind me. That is unfortunate. I thought he went to the left. Alright, my melee's up though. And this shotgun synergizes really well with arc, because if I do get double kills with it, it just gives me that amplified. And we are big chillin'. Amplified again. We have a movement bonus. Let's see if we can push this guy with my shotty. Increase slide. Boom. Right in the head. It just reminds me of the behemoth melee. Movement speed bonus again. Let's push this guy. Bonk. He's dead. Chuck that nade, see if we can get that clean up there. He lived that? Wow. I thought that would at least chain him. We almost have our Storm Trance up. So what I really want to do with Storm Trance, if it will allow me to, is kind of using my melee ability into the Storm Trance, which is kind of the new way to use the super in my opinion. We're going to see if I can get my melee by the time I do get my super. We're getting close. I think this guy has heavy. I don't know why that guy was all over my radar without fighting the other ones that were outside, but okay. I do want to get my heavy or my melee into my super. Let's see if I can get that to proc. Okay, a couple kills. Alright, looks like we have it. I'm just going to try and run. Let's see if I could use it on this guy over here. So let's see here. Slide. I mean, in a perfect scenario, you use that in a much more intense situation, but you see what I was trying to go for with essentially the slide into the landfall, into the Storm Trance, is a really good combo that you're going to be able to run in trials, in my opinion, to kind of counter a lot of supers and a lot of the way that people play. Alright you guys, that is going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. In the next video, I will be covering the Hunter with the Arc 3.0 update. If you missed my previous video about the Titans, make sure you go check that out if you're more of a Titan player, as I go over the Titan build that I think you should run for Arc 3.0, as well as showing off some of the gameplay and some weapons that synergize really well with it. But yeah, like I said, other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.